Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top traditional Maltese foods to try when you are in Malta. A cultural mashup of Sicilian, British, Spanish and even French cuisine, the food in Malta will have you pining for more. Rich rabbit stews are served beside mellow goat's cheese, irresistible soft sourdough bread and honeyed desserts, in a fusion of Mediterranean influences. Take your pick from our list of only the most heavenly Maltese dishes every visitor simply must try. Maltese Apple Pie. There are many different desserts you can try in Malta, but one of the most satisfying is the simple, classic, warm apple pie. The warm apple pie at Café Jubilee is reflective of a dessert that is enjoyed all over the country, especially after big family dinners. It's served with a single scoop of rum and raisin ice cream, which is the perfect balance for the spicy, cinnamon flavors of the pie filling. That completed my wholesome, hearty, filling 3-course extravaganza of a Kusksu soup, Maltese ravioli and apple pie. Perfect washed down with a cold Maltese beer. Which brings us neatly on to the next section. Red coconut cake. Pink Lamington coconut cakes originate from Australia, but they have somehow made their way to Malta and become hugely popular. You will notice them on the shelves of many bakeries and in the glass cake cabinets of coffee shops around the country. In Malta, you may see the red coconut cakes called pasta mirosa or Qagħaq Tal-Coconut. They are a classic sponge cake on the inside, smothered with a raspberry or strawberry coating and covered with coconut flakes. Red coconut cakes are delicious with a cup of coffee if you're stopping for a break while sightseeing in Malta. Figolla. Another sweet treat tied to festive celebrations in Malta is Figolla, or plural Figolli, which is traditionally made and eaten during Easter. Figolli are flat-baked cakes that comes in various shapes associated with Easter, such as lambs, hearts or crosses. Figolli are extremely sweet. They are filled with an almond-based paste that tastes like marzipan, and covered with chocolate, icing and decorations, usually topped with half a mini Easter egg. Definitely one to try or take away as a gift if you visit at this time of year. Qagħaq Tal-Għasel, Christmas honey rings. Christmas in Malta brings its own special customs, and one of those is eating these delicious Qagħaq Tal-Għasel honey rings. I had a taste of one of these together with a traditional Maltese coffee at Café Imqaret in Valletta during the Valletta Street Food and Culture Walking Tour. These little pastry cakes have a honey treacle filling, infused with all the spices and flavors that you associate with a hot cup of mulled wine at Christmas. Think nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon and brown sugar. Honey rings are traditional during the winter festive period, but you can find them pretty much any time of year. Look out for them in delis, bakeries and supermarkets. Imqaret. If you have a sweet tooth, then you must try Imqaret while you are in Malta. This is a versatile sweet treat that you will see everywhere, from Valletta street food carts and village patisseries to dessert menus in fancy restaurants. Imqaret is a crispy, deep-fried pastry cake with a delicious date paste filling. It is a North African delicacy by origin, with its roots in Malta dating back hundreds of years to when the country was under the rule of the Arab Empire. Eat your Imqaret while it's hot. If you have it for dessert, it's lovely with a dollop of ice cream. Maltese pizza, with lots of toppings. When you think of pizza, Italy is of course the country that first springs to mind. But Malta has adopted the classic Italian dish and developed its own unique take on it. The thing that really defines a Maltese pizza is the gargantuan amount of toppings. Just look at the example above, which we tried on our first trip to Malta at a pizza restaurant in St. Julian's, which has sadly since closed. Meat, eggs, mushrooms, olives, cheese, capers, onions and more, all packed onto that Ftira bread base. If you want to try some Maltese pizza, you are not short of options. Pizza restaurants are omnipresent in every town of Malta, and you can hardly walk around a corner without finding one. Lamb dinner, Maltese Easter tradition. If your trip to Malta happens to be during the Easter period, then you can partake in the local festive celebrations by having a roast lamb dinner. Easter Sunday is traditionally a family day in the country, and the lamb dinner is the centerpiece. The cut of meat is typically slow roasted and infused with garlic, rosemary, thyme and fennel, and served together with potatoes and vegetables. Maltese barbecue. If there is one part of Maltese culture that reminds me of being back home in the UK, it's the summer barbecue season. When the weather gets warm, both of our countries share a love for indulging in an extravaganza of char-grilled meats. You will find all sorts of meats cooked on a traditional Maltese barbecue: lamb koftas, steaks, marinated chicken, pork or lamb sausages, seafood, you name it. It's typically accompanied by an array of side dishes, potato salads and coleslaws, like we are used to in the UK, and also those with a more Mediterranean vibe, like pasta salads, couscous and flatbreads. Insalata Maltija. Maltese platter or salad. One of the best ways to sample and enjoy a variety of Maltese delicacies is to try a salad or sharing platter. These will typically combine local meats, Kċina cheese, olives, fruits, nuts, sun-dried tomatoes, and fresh salad. Lisa tried a delicious Maltese salad while I chowed down on my Lampuki Pie at TP's coffee shop in Gozo. The combination of colors on the plate was mesmerizing. Not to mention the wonderful array of flavors. Salads are a great option if you are looking for a light lunch, or alternatively a sharing platter is perfect to graze on with family or friends over a couple of afternoon drinks. LAHAM-TAZ-ZIEMEL. Horse meat stew. It's a lesser-known fact that horse meat is a delicacy in Malta. Horse meat is not anywhere near as ubiquitous as rabbit in the country. To eat it, you will need to seek out traditional restaurants that still have it on the menu. You are more likely to find it the further out into the countryside villages you go. Horse can be quite a tough meat if it's not cooked correctly, and so it is most commonly prepared in a stew to keep it soft and tender. The stew is made with similar ingredients to rabbit stew: tomato, red wine, onions, garlic, citrus, herbs and spices. Horse meat is not to everybody's taste, and is seen as controversial in some cultures, but its consumption in Malta dates back to when people in rural farming communities needed the meat to survive. Maltese Ravioli. The ravioli at Cafe Jubilee really is a must-try while you are in Malta if you want a wonderful example of the national cuisine. Egg pasta parcels are filled with delicious homemade goat cheese, and topped with a subtle tomato and herby sauce that gives the perfect balance of flavors. Ravioli is quite a filling, stodgy dish, so it's a good one to order in those moments when you're famished and in need of some comfort food. STUFFAT Tal-FENEK fried rabbit, or stewed. Rabbit is one of the most popular meats in Maltese cuisine. We rarely sat down at a restaurant where it wasn't on the menu in some form. It is also the focus of a traditional Maltese celebration, called Imqaret, when families gather or go out to eat rabbit. Stewed rabbit, or STUFFAT Tal-FENEK, is the national dish of Malta. It is typically slow-cooked over several hours in a tomato-based sauce with potatoes, vegetables, garlic and red wine. Kusksu, Maltese soup. Soup is a popular feature of Maltese cuisine, and there are various types to try. If you are looking for a warming, vitamin-filled fix, then go for a bowl of kusksu. Kusksu soup is typically made with broad beans, small pasta pieces, peas and herbs. Various other veggies might be added, along with eggs, and if you're lucky there will be a healthy dollop of Kĉina cheese too. The best time to try kusksu is during the spring, when broad beans are in season. Many restaurants serve it as a starter. Lampuki Pie. If you are lucky enough to visit Malta in winter, it's just the right time to try some Lampuki Pie caught freshly from the ocean. Lampuki, also known as dorado, is a fish of the same species as dolphin, and it is native to Maltese waters. It migrates past the islands between August and December, which is the best time to try it, although you might still see it served at other times in the year using frozen Lampuki. Zalzett Tal-Malti Maltese sausage. Maltese sausage, or Zalzett Tal-Malti as you might see it on menus, is full of spice and flavor. I tried some as part of a delicious sharing platter in Mercanti restaurant in Valletta, and you will find it all over the country in delis, charcuterie, markets and restaurants. Maltese sausage has a very particular spicy, herby flavor, made with salt, garlic and coriander. It's quite strong and is just delicious as a snack with a cool glass of Maltese beer or a glass of red wine. Kcina, Maltese cheese. There's nothing we enjoy more when traveling than trying new and different cheeses. There are many to be discovered across the Maltese Islands, and the most popular type is Kcina. Kcina cheese, or plural, Qagħaq, has been made in Malta for centuries. It's a soft, creamy cheese made with either sheep's milk or goat's milk. Although it is unique, Kcina shares some textural qualities and usage traditions with mozzarella. It is often a staple in salads or sharing platters, in sandwiches, or used as a filling for ravioli. Order some Maltese soup, more on this below, and you'll often find it served with cheeselets of Kcina. When served as part of a platter, Kcina is often flavored with pepper, which was the case when we first tried it. It's utterly delicious and you'll probably want to buy some to take home. Snails. Snails are commonly associated with French cuisine, but they're also a traditional food in Malta, as well as several other Mediterranean countries. Snails in Malta are typically served as a starter or appetizer. I tried a bowl of them smothered in a tasty aromatic tomato sauce, but you will also find them flavored with herbs and spices. You are typically provided with a toothpick to dig the snail meat out from the shell. The snails consumed in Malta are caught from the land and then fasted for several days to cleanse them. They are cooked in salty water, which gives them almost a seafood-like quality. The best time to eat snails in Malta is during the autumn months, when they are in high season. Spicy chicken sandwich in Ftira bread. There are many different bread varieties to try in Malta, but Ftira is the most widely produced, and one you will often encounter when exploring. Ftira is a flat-baked bread made from sourdough, usually in a ring shape. It has a crusty exterior but a lovely, spongy inside texture that's fantastic to try when freshly baked. Ftira is used for various purposes, including as a pizza base. But the most common way to consume it is in a wholesome sandwich. Maltese Olives. If you sit down for a restaurant meal in Malta, the chances are you will be served some olives to nibble on before your main courses arrive. Olive trees have been grown in Malta for thousands of years, and so their yield has become a staple of the Maltese diet. The soil in Malta is perfect for olive production, and dozens of varieties are grown across the islands. Maltese olives are some of the best you will try anywhere in the world, so make sure you don't miss out. Pastizzi. When we visited Malta for the first time, pastizzi was one of the few local foods we had already heard about, and we couldn't wait to try one. This handheld snack is made with phyllo pastry and filled with either mushy peas or ricotta cheese. It's a little bit like an empanada, or a smaller version of a Cornish pasty. While you can consume pastizzi at any time of day, it's a local tradition to eat it for breakfast. We thought it was perfect for a mid-morning or afternoon snack to keep us fueled in between sightseeing. Check before eat foodies. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos stay connected.